Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and I am a wedding photographer based out of Colorado and North Carolina. It's super exciting to say. I am moving there next month, so that's the reason for both locations. I thought today would be really fun to do a what's in my camera bag and like camera gear setup. Guys, I have so many cameras on the table right here that you can't even see, plus all the stuff in these two. I feel like my camera gear has been just strewn about and I've been wanting to reorganize it, so what better way than to show you guys kind of what I shoot on. I guess we'll start with like my main setup. This is my Canon R5. I've had her for like 3 years. It has done me so well. And if you're debating between the R6 and the R5, go with the R5. It is worth the extra money. It is incredible. I love it so much, both for the photo and video side. I seriously would never stray away from it. It has been worth every single investment. I've never had a glitch, never had anything go wrong with it, and it is just a phenomenal camera. On it is my 35mm 1.4. I use this for mainly senior sessions. Sometimes I use it at couple sessions, but it's mainly portraits, and I don't even really pull it out on the wedding day or anything like that. It's mainly strictly just for portraits. I love the little background that it gives with one person as the focus. I just think it does a really good job, and I don't mind walking back and forth in order to get the look that I like. I've been using the 35mm for 5 years now. I feel like it's what I built my business on, and just the look of the photos, so I love it so much. Moving on to my next lens, this is used just as much as my 35. It's the Canon 28-70 2.0. I used to have the 24-70 2.8 and I sold it so fast. I never liked it, and so I just thought I was going to be a prime lens girl, and then this came out and I was actually going to a content retreat in Utah, so I rented it, and it has produced some of the best images I've ever taken. Like, I'll stick them right here, and I use it for video. I use it like pretty much all day on the wedding day. I don't really pull out another lens unless I need like a 70-200. It's amazing. It's so good. I do love the look of the 35, but when it comes to couples and stuff, when I'm not gonna bump it down to 1.4, I use this. I just like how versatile it is. Gives you good coverage. Next up is my 85. I got this thinking I would love it and I would use it a lot. I rarely use it. It's the 85 1.8, I believe. I think it's a 1.8. And it has the adapter on it for EF to RF, so that's why it looks kind of funky. This is an EF lens. I like it. I just don't find myself using it as much. I'll use it at weddings, especially on the video side, but when it comes to photography and portraits, I rarely use the 85, the 28-70, and the 35 get me exactly what I need, so don't use it too much. This is my old 35. I honestly need to sell it, guys. It's so dirty on the lens. I haven't used it. It's just been collecting dust. So I think I'm gonna sell it now that I think about it. I literally never use it, so. My second body is, well, let me rephrase. My second body actually is coming in the mail like today or maybe tomorrow. I shipped it to Oregon because my boyfriend Matt was gonna be there visiting his family, and it's gonna pretty much be his camera anyway. So I was like, oh, I'll ship it there and you can just bring it home. It came after he left, unfortunately, so his mom is shipping it here. It's the Canon R6 Mark II. I was really debating between the R6 Mark II and the R5. I love my R5. I love the bigger photo size. I just love the look of it, the functionality, the buttons, the dials. I just know it really well. But it is $1,000 more, and so I figured I would get the R6 Mark II. I've heard for like the little bit cheaper price point, it does really well in low light, and so for video, I just thought that was really important to have that in my toolbox, because I have a light, which I'll show you, but I just feel like a camera that can process that low light a little bit better is also just good. Oops. This is my EOS 5D Mark IV. Like the 35, my old 35, I'm thinking about selling it because I got the other body, but I think we're gonna hold on to it for now because when me and Matt are doing joint weddings. Like I'm on photo, he's on video. It's just nice to have this as a video like on a tripod. So I think we're gonna hold on to it for now, but this thing has treated me so well. It's just like the old 35. I mean, I built my entire business on both of those cameras, so I love them so much. They just don't really get used because they're older. Okay, next up, I just got this too. This has been the year of like gear spending and elevating my business, but I know that you have to spend money in order to make money. So this is my Super 8. I love it. She is so fun. It's an old vintage camera, for those of you who don't know. It does video but no sound, and it's based all off of film. So you open it up and you load your film in here, and I've been having fun with it. I sent off my first roll last week, so I should be getting that back by the end of the week. So I'm excited to see what that looks like because it's just so fun. I'm so excited about it. That was all the stuff that was on the table. So now we're gonna switch to my big case. I mean, I have to put some of the stuff in here, so that's why I opened it. Up next for cameras, this is my Fujifilm X100V. I also have so much fun with this camera. I got it for kind of personal reasons, and I figured I could use it at weddings too, so it was kind of just like a both expense. I love it so much. It takes super, super fun photos. Like I have some on here right now. I actually didn't even know. But this is kind of what they look like in camera. They're edited. You can set it to whatever film simulation you like. I really like film, and I'm starting to get more comfortable with it, but I just didn't love the idea of people paying me for film on their wedding day and then it getting lost in the mail, or like me doing something or the film lab doing something to just mess that up. So I wanted to start with something like this and then maybe move into film. I'm having fun with the Super 8, so I would say that's coming in the near future, but yeah, that's why I got that. It was just kind of like a personal compact camera to take on travel, but then also could use it for wedding days. Next up for lenses is my 70-200. I got the Sigma, and I honestly wish I would have got the Canon one because the Canon one is like seriously only this big, and I didn't know that, and it's like half the weight. But stick this on a tripod during ceremony and toast. Just gives me another angle for video. I feel like with photo, I don't even really use this lens anymore unless it's like a really long aisle. The 28-70 can pretty much give me everything that I want, as long as I'm comfortable getting close up to the couple. So it's kind of what I do just for ease sake. I do have it set up in case the camera like goes out on me during the middle of the ceremony. I have it really close to me so I can just like go and grab it, but it's kind of what that looks like. And then another purchase from this year. Guys, so many purchases from this year. Someone needs to cut me off. I got the DJI Mini 4 Pro. I've had DJI drones in the past, and I got it without the RC controller. If I can give you one piece of advice, get this dang controller. It is so hard to set up the drone on your phone and control it on your phone. And just having like these, like the pieces are in the back, but having these to control and like every button has a function, it's so much easier to just control and get the footage you want. I can send this up, it give me 10 minutes and I can get all the drone footage for the day because it just instantly pairs to each other, whereas your phone, you have to go in and you have to pair it Bluetooth and make sure your phone's charged and not being used for anything else. Like this is the way to go. It's like 200 extra bucks. Just spend it, trust me. So yeah, I got this. I use it more for video, obviously, but sometimes I use it on the photo side. It just depends on like what the timeline allows and if the video allows it. So yeah. Also, I have a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. That is what I'm videoing on. The DJI mic set for video and recording. I also have the mic minis, but my dad has them right now. I think that's a lot of like my gear. We'll go into accessories in a second, but that's what I use pretty much on a wedding day. It's so much, and I'm so blessed to be able in the position where I can invest in myself and in my business to be able to give my clients a better experience. That's not to say, I just want to remind you guys, I've been doing this for 5 years, so I've had the opportunity to collect these things as we've gone on. I used to also have the Canon M50, I think, the EOS M50, but it got stolen, so I don't have that one anymore. So that's why I'm vlogging on this instead of that. But that's okay. Let's go into accessories because I think this is fun for video, especially. So first up, I have these sleeves, And what they are is the mic goes through this slot, like my DJI mics, and then the microphone goes through here. So sometimes I really like the bigger mics because they record internally. I love the mic minis because I can just like pretty much clip them right on and no one sees, but sometimes I'll do this as a backup just because this records internally. So if it's not set up to my camera right or whatever, like I still get the audio, which I think is really important on a wedding day. Those were like $7 off Amazon. Then I have these lapels. I feel like I have so many lapels, and I feel like at this point I don't even need to use them. I'll just use the DJIs. Hold on, I'm moving the camera. Okay, move the camera a little bit just to adjust for the sun coming up. But yeah, those are my lapels. I have, like I said, like 6 sets of those. That's weird. I'm missing a piece out of this, so I gotta go find it. But here's my light. I put it on top of my camera for reception, for video only. I'll blind you guys real quick, but it doesn't even, it's only on 27%, guys. Watch this. That's at 100. It doesn't look that bright right now, but like, this is the difference. So it's so bright. I honestly feel bad walking up to people at reception and like blinding them, but you gotta do what you gotta do for a good video. So, but there's a hot shoe piece that connects in here. I do not know where that went, in all honesty. Should be in here somewhere. These are just pieces for my harnesses. Here's the piece for, I just wanted to make sure I put this in here while I was thinking about it. But there's the piece for the hot shoe. These are for harnesses. Then I just have a lot of camera batteries, which I don't need to show you guys what those look like. Oh, yeah, and a few more things. This is my flash that I use. Funny story, before I used this flash, because I feel like it's just like the trendy flash. It's the Godox V1C. And I feel like everyone's like, you need this flash, you need this flash. You don't need this flash. Let me just start with that. Before I used this one, I had a $30 one from Walmart. And it lasted me like 3 years, 4 years maybe. It lasted me so long and it worked great, but it didn't have rechargeable batteries, and that's what I love about this. I have 2 batteries and they last me like 2 or 3 weddings at a time. So I really, really like this, especially when I have back-to-back weddings. I feel like having the 2 batteries and being able to last 4 weddings is just something that's super, super important, because all the gear that you're seeing, I'm having to charge in between wedding to wedding. So it just gets a little crazy, especially if I have back-to-back video weddings. And then the last thing is, I'm probably not gonna take it out of the case, but it's my gimbal. I also bought this year. A lot of the stuff that I bought this year is for video specifically, but it's the DJI RS4 Pro. And I was debating between the RS4 and the Pro because obviously there's a big price difference, but I ended up getting the Pro because it can handle my R5 and the 2870, and I just didn't want to buy something and then feel like I needed to buy it again because I wanted to have a different setup. I just wanted to have something that would cover my bases in any situation. So that does here. I would say the only other camera gear that I don't have with me right now, they're kind of like in my garage tucked away, is my monopod. I love my monopod. I may have to make a separate video specifically on my monopod. It's a tight race on if I ever use my gimbal versus that, because it's just a little bit easier. It's the iFootage Striker tripod monopod, and it is amazing that the pieces detach really easily, so I can detach my camera so fast. It like swivels wherever I want it to be. It's one of the ones where you can adjust the height by clicking a button and just dragging it up and down instead of having to like undo pieces to then do it. So I can pretty much be ready for any shot because I can adjust it this way, or I can go up and down, which is so convenient on a wedding day. It was expensive, but my first ever wedding that I videoed, I used that only, and it was so easy. The only downside of it is instead of like tripods folding up to here, like a lot of them can get compact, it only gets down to like this big. So when you travel with it, it can just be a little bit hefty. That's kind of why I also got the gimbal. It's just easier to pack and bring from state to state. So that's my only downside on that. And then I have like 2 other tripods that are just like Amazon $100 ones that fit the weight of my camera. So that is my gear haul. I have to go kind of figure out how I want to put this all away and deal with it for now, but that is all I have in order to be a successful wedding photographer and videographer. And with that all being said, you don't need all the equipment that I have. I kind of enjoy purchasing new camera things, if you can't tell, but everything that I've bought, I've never regretted, and if I have, I just turn around and sell it again. And you have to invest in yourself in order to grow. I know that a lot of people say, oh, gear doesn't matter, it's the eye of the photographer. Gear does matter at a certain point. You can tell the difference between a $500 camera and like a $3,000 setup. It's just, it is what it is. It's the specs of the camera. So if you're debating on jumping in and doing it, just do it right the first time and kind of invest in the more expensive gear, because even if you try a photography business and you're like, oh, this isn't for me, just having it for personal use is super, super nice too. I mean, I bring these cameras everywhere I go, and I've been able to document some really cool experiences. So yeah, that's kind of all for today's video. This is my gear, and it's been really fun to share with you guys, share something that I'm so passionate with. And if you have any questions on gear that you should get or other things like that, if you're like starting a photography business or just wanting to learn more about certain cameras or things like that, I obviously don't know much about Canon, or I don't know much about Nikon and Sony, but Canon, DJI products, I'm very, very knowledgeable in and love. So comment down below, and I would love to help you guys. But thanks for watching and tuning in for another video, and I can't wait to see you next time.